It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back, and let's bring in some good conversation, especially when it comes to aging. And I mean, who says that we can't do it gracefully, right? And I think this is the perfect moment for us to dive into the science of aging, how exactly these changes are occurring, why they are, and exactly how we can possibly slow down these effects naturally. So to dive into a very important conversation right now, we had to bring in some specialists and someone who's genuinely like a family member right now. We've got Laura Johnston, our CEO of PHYTOCEUTICS, along with Dr. Lev Naidu, who is a renowned dermatologist. Dr. Lev, what's happening with our skin and how and why is it aging?
We talk skin aging, but I prefer talking skin changing along the timeline. It's kinder, yes. So what underpins the changing? Two parts of the process. The one is the intrinsic, what's happening inside, and the other is the extrinsic, what's happening on the outside. So the intrinsic, it's what we're born with, the genetics. We have lovely genetics here around the table. But aside from that, it's what's happening internally, our hormones, our thyroid function, our cortisol, our stress hormones, our estrogen, then our disease processes, the renal function, autoimmune processes, then what's actually happening on the skin surface itself. Is there brewing inflammation in terms of acne, rosacea, psoriasis, eczema? All of this can take from the skin's health. And then we think about the extrinsic. So what is the individual exposed to in terms of environment? So be it sun, toxins, smoke, pollution. What are we putting into our body in terms of drug, medication? Even our nutrition plays a score. And then it's a wonderful time for skincare. But all skincare comes with its different pros and cons. So is there safety? Is there clinical efficacy in terms of what you are exposing your skin to? So it's the sum of it, the intrinsic, the extrinsic, and whether the skin can then adapt to repair for that sum.
Wow, when you say it like that, it sounds like our skin is going through the most and dealing with the most. So can I say well done to my skin firstly, and thank you. But Laura, you're someone that's obviously passionate when it comes to slowing down the effects of aging and allowing us to live out our potential and increase longevity. What have you discovered in this line of what we're talking about now?
There's been a lot of research in anti-aging or longevity when it comes to, I guess, every organ in the body, but also relating to the skin. And, you know, there's this natural process called autophagy or autophagy, however you want to say it.
I've heard this with fasting and stuff.
Exactly, well done.
Yeah.
So basically, this is your cell's renewal process. It's a repair process. But, you know, sometimes when this isn't working as it should, you get something called senescent cells.
Okay.
And these are like dead, dormant zombie cells, and they secrete inflammatory factors.
Oh, wow.
And there's something called inflammaging, and inflammation causes this aging of the cells of the skin, and that's something you want to try and avoid. Then you've got your telomeres, which can shorten, and it really shows how long your life is, or your lifespan is the length of a telomere. And you want to protect these caps, these kind of like shoelace caps on the telomeres. So there's also nutritional supplements that can help prevent the shortening of these telomeres. So, you know, there are all of these nutrients or supplements that can help with killing off these senescent cells or getting rid of them, helping this process of autophagy, helping with oxidative stress so it doesn't cause damage to your skin. And, you know, I guess the hero ingredients at the moment are things like fisetin, things like spermidine, NMN, resveratrol, quercetin. All of these things really help speed up and support these processes.
Okay, so what you're saying is that something can be done and the body is accepting it. But you're mentioning a lot of what we can take sort of orally, internally. Doc, is there anything that plays in the realm of topical?
It's a wonderful time for dermocosmetics and skincare and how you can protect your skin's health. But it's also a confusing time because there are so many things on the market. So how I keep things simplified for my head, and maybe it can help your viewers out there, is really you want to first protect your skin cells, then you want to repair the skin cells, and then if you're going for gold, then we optimize skin's health, right?
I like that.
So repair, you know, derms are always saying skincare is sunscreen, 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 but partnered along your sunscreen is your antioxidant. And this prevents oxidation process or detrimental change in the skin, how they're functioning. So a great antioxidant to bring into your skincare is a vitamin C. This is daytime shield. The nighttime is repair. You're working with the skin's physiology. We have 3 decades of science on retinoids. This is the vitamin A family. And here we're talking repair collagen, repair elastin. So it's the structure, the functioning of the skin's health. Now we go for golds together, yes? This is where we share the secrets. Exactly, optimize.
Yeah. Everybody right now is saying, we want that. We want to increase our longevity. We want to get rid of the spots. So when is a good time to start with a healthy skin regime?
Dr. Lev and I were actually talking about this before, and she said, from the moment you're born, which is so true. I mean, everyone wants that skin that small children have. But, you know, it's every dermatologist will drill into you that sunblock is key. You know, you've got to protect the skin from those UV rays, especially in South Africa. So that, you know, is a key factor from very early in age. But in terms of supplementation, you know, I'd say from your late 30s, and this is really where you see this decline in your mitochondrial health, where inflammation starts to pick up. And, you know, they've actually released a study that shows there are 2 hallmark ages where you really start to see the damaging and aesthetic effects of aging, and that's at age 44 and at age 60.
Okay.
So we want to do what we can as early as possible to prevent, you know, those hallmarks of aging.
That's cool. That gives us some perspective. So wherever you are on that curve, you know what to do. Action it now, regardless. So thank you so much for being here and educating us. I think that was a plethora of knowledge that I had no idea about. So we've got options, and I can't thank both of you enough for giving us an opportunity to do just that, to reverse the effects of aging, or maybe just slow it down a little bit. And you can naturally do internal and external opportunities and solutions. If you just visit PHYTOCEUTICS.com, there's a plethora of information available for you. So what are you waiting for? The time starts now. Get your teenage skin back and you can make a change.
Optimize your gut health with PHYTOCEUTICS range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at PHYTOCEUTICS.com.